the heart of the tropical rainforest, two best friends, Ruby the red panda and Finn the fox, were playing near the great banyan tree. But suddenly, dark storm clouds rolled in, and the jungle grew quiet. Something wasn't right. Then they heard it, a tiny, frightened chirping from high above in the trees. High up in the tallest tree, a baby bird's nest was swaying dangerously in the wind.
Ruby and Finn knew they had to act fast. The little bird needed their help.
Ruby, being an expert climber, started up the tree first, with Finn following close behind. But the rain made the bark slippery and dangerous. Ruby's paw slipped. Finn encouraged Ruby to keep going. They couldn't give up now. Finally, they reached the top of the canopy, where the wind was strongest. The branch to the nest was thin and swaying wildly. One wrong step could be disaster. Finn had an idea. He used his tail to hold the branch steady for Ruby. With Finn's help, Ruby inched closer and closer to the frightened baby bird. At last, Ruby's paw touched the nest. The baby bird looked up at her with trusting eyes. Gently, ever so gently, Ruby lifted the tiny bird and tucked it safely against her warm fur. Now came the tricky part, getting back down safely with their precious cargo. Finn guided Ruby step by step, making sure she and the baby bird stayed safe. Halfway down, the sun finally broke through the clouds, warming their wet fur. They could see the ground below getting closer and closer. At last, their paws touched solid ground. They had made it! But now they needed to find the baby bird's mother. Suddenly, they heard an answering call from above. A beautiful blue bird swooped down, calling frantically for her baby. Ruby gently lifted the baby bird high. The little one spread its tiny wings toward its mother. The baby bird flapped its tiny wings and flew into its mother's embrace. The mother bird circled Ruby and Finn, chirping her thanks, before flying away with her precious baby. Ruby and Finn looked at each other and jumped with joy. They did it together! What an adventure it had been, but they couldn't have done it without each other. The jungle was alive again with bird songs and the rustling of leaves. As the sun began to set, Ruby and Finn headed home, knowing they had made a real difference today. Because when friends work together, even the biggest challenges can be overcome. The end.
Everyone, see you next time. Bye-bye. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.